Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're making a block that is called the Big Dipper. So for this I've got 2 blocks of 2 different colors. So we got 4 blocks that are 5 by 5 of 2 different colors, 2 of each. So I took my lightest one. Well, I don't know if it's the lightest one. I took one of them and I drew my lines down, and to do that I just laid this little ruler. It says Creative Grids. And I took the 1/4 inch line and I laid it from corner to corner. And I just drew the line straight down, and then I turned it around and I did the same thing. And I used this friction pin because it comes off with heat. So to do this, we're going to do just like we do when we do the half square triangles. We're going to pin them right sides together and sew down either side. Well, not either side, because I don't do the line in the middle. We're going to sew down both the pen marks on both sets. Ouch. Got myself with that pin. Alright. It's raining here, so if you can hear the people going by splashing the rain, I apologize. It's been raining all day, which for me is a great day for sewing. Alright, I'm going to go sew those up and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I'm going to show you how to trim up just one. I've done them both, but I'm just going to show you the one. So you're just going to take I erase the lines. You don't have to do that first. It's going to erase them when you press it open anyway. But I'm just going to take my scissors and cut down through here, right through the middle. You could use your rotary cutter, but since I had my pressing mat up there, I just went ahead and did it with the scissors. So then I'm just going to iron it open. Oh, they stuck together. Alright, and I ironed them both to the same side. It doesn't really matter on that. That's just what I did. So this, we're going to trim this down to 4.5. We started with 5. Now we're going to trim it down to 4.5. So I'm going to line up my diagonal line as close to the edge as possible, but making sure I still have threads that are going to come off, or, you know, fabric to the end rather. So this one, you're going to line up the diagonal again, the 4.5 point, and then like you line up your 4.5 point, and then once you turn it, everything, well, if you do it right, once you turn it, everything's going to fall into place. Just like that. And you hold it tight. Trim it off. I'm going to show you one more. Then we'll move on to the next step. So line it up as close to the edge as possible, but make sure your diagonal stays lined up. Flip it around. Like I said, I know I have the spinning mat, but when it's just one piece and you're only doing one cut, I really don't worry about using it. So line them all up. There you go. So there's all 4 done. Well, you only saw 2, but I have all 4 done. So now we are going to line them up like this, opposites. We're going to get them in there together. Actually, we're not going to do that yet. First, we're going to draw the line because the pins will get in my way if I don't. You don't have to. You don't even have to draw the line if you're confident with it. Don't draw the line. But I'm going to. So I'm going to line up the 1/4 inch line at both points. And then I'll just draw a line. Down through there. Spin it around. And do the same thing. Line up the points. Alright, and then this one, we'll do it. Doesn't matter which 2 you do because these are all the same. sure you could do this with different fabrics, but, or 4 different ones, but I didn't. So here we are. Okay, so now you're going to take them and you're going to line them up opposite. So you're still going to, if you open it up, you're still going to see one of each. So I'm going to line up my seams. This is an important part. If you don't line up your seams here, you're not going to have points in the middle. So make sure you turn it around and you do it on both sides, both corners. All right, and then we'll take that and we'll sew down both those lines, but I'm going to go ahead and pin this one first, making sure my seams match up. You can feel it in there too. You'll be able to tell if they're not lined up. I'm going to go ahead and sew those and I'll be right back. Oh my God, I did my garden. All right, I'm back again. I've already done one, or I've done them both, but I'm going to show you this one. That time I took the mat and the rotary cutter and I just lined up the edge on my corners, snipped it right off with the rotary cutter. So you can do it either way. I'm going to lay these down. Open up the seams. Doesn't matter which side you press it to. They're exactly the same. Now we're going to trim these down. Just like before with the diagonal line, except for this time we're going down to 4-inch squares. So you're going to line up your 2 right in the middle. You want your point to be right in the middle of all those 4 lines. And then this one, that's all you're going to line up is your middle point and your diagonal line. We are just going to trim off the excess. Then we're going to turn it around and you're going to start with the point, the diagonal line, and that should put your 4-inch lines lined up right on the edge. And there's one. I'm gonna have that pillow stuffed in no time, you guys. All right, next one. Same thing. We're gonna line up the 2 in the diagonal. Spin it around. Might flip it over. Okay, line up the 2, the diagonal, and then your 4s should line right up. Oh. Didn't press hard enough on that corner. No big deal. Okay, so I've got all 4 ready. So they're all 4 the same, but now we're going to lay it out. And we are just going to lay it out opposite. Just like that. And this is called the Big Dipper. So now I'm just going to sew these 2 and these 2, and I'll be right back. Sewing them up. Didn't use my starter there. Trim off those threads. I'm going to fold them open. And if you fold them both towards the same color fabric, they'll nest right up. Because then they're going to go like this. So if you fold, I folded mine both towards the pink, so now they're going to go opposite ways. And I'm just going to line it up. I'm just using up old thread, that's why it's red. If I was making this for a gift, I would have used white or pink or even green, a color that would match. But I'm not making it as a gift, so I'm going to line up the end. I'm going to go sew that and I'll be right back. Alright, this time I did use my starter. I'll trim it off. Lay it to the side. We are going to just fold it open. It's not perfect, but it's also not perfect, so it's good for me. There it is, the Big Dipper. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video. Actually, I'm sorry. I wanted to tell you this made a 7.5-inch block, and this fabric was from Walmart, but it was from a long time ago, just what I had in my stash. So I really can't help you out. I don't think they sell it anymore, but it is a 7.5-inch block if you were interested. Now I'm going to let you all go, and I will see you next time.